Lady Rose, and this is our first year at Rocklahoma. And in front of me, I have Holy Wars. Now, how did you guys come up with that name? There's got to be a meaning to it. There's got to be something that happened. What's going on with that?
There is. It's a heavy one, though, but most people think it's Megadeth, and I have to always get that out of the way. It's not because of Megadeth.
I didn't even think of that.
Most fans are like, oh, was it Megadeth inspired? I'm like, no. No, it's a personal reason. In 2015, I lost my parents, and then...
That would do it.
So then, and during that time, we wrote this music, which would then become our first EP a few years later, called Mother Father. It was all that music about grief and life after death. And I asked Nick, like, well, what should we call this project now that we have this music? And he's like, you should name it. And the first thing that came to my mind was Holy Wars, because at that time I felt like that's what was existing within me.
Right.
And religion, actually, I have a brother that kind of joined a different religion that was very cult-like, and he just disowned our whole family. So I haven't talked to him in 30 years.
Oh, wow.
Before or after the death. So it's very heavy, the reason. So now when people are like, oh, is it because of Megadeth? I should just say, yeah. It's a much easier explanation, even though it's not the truth. But, yeah.
You know, so it came from a situation in your life which changed you.
Yeah.
And I would imagine, like, our interviews are going to be very, very deep.
Okay.
Because I'm very spiritual, okay? And things happen, and you really, like, the music that you write comes from the idea and the thought and the emotion. Right. So it's really cool that you guys do that. Who started the band first?
We did.
You did?
Yeah. So these guys came in. This is Maddie on bass.
Oh, go ahead. Give him the mic.
Yeah, we go back like 10 years now from the LA scene, just playing in different bands, and I hopped on in like 2018, hopped off for a little bit, and here I am, back.
So wait, LA scene. I'm from the Connecticut scene.
I'm from Connecticut.
What?
Yeah.
I'm from Wolcott, Connecticut. Do you know Wolcott?
I do.
Originally from,
Really?
Yeah. I did move. My whole family ended up moving to California.
Oh, wow.
We were like ships crossing, but yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So let's just go back to your moving.
Yeah.
This wouldn't happen if you didn't move.
No. No, because he's from Vegas. This is Nick, our guitarist. He's from Vegas.
Vegas is awesome. Blackjack.
Matt grew up in the OC area.
OC?
And this boy to my left is from New York.
New York. Love New York. What part of New York?
Westchester County, just north of the city.
Nice.
So we all moved to, well, you were already there, but music brawl brought us out there, and
Oh, wow.
We found each other.
That's awesome. You guys play what time today?
3:35.
3:35. So we're going to make sure we...
On the Renegade stage.
Yes, the Renegade stage. You're here at Rocklahoma. Is this your first time playing a big festival like this, or have you played bigger?
We've played a lot of the Wimmer festivals already. We started with Welcome to Rockville.
Okay.
Last year.
Yeah.
We played Sonic Temple, Louder Than Life, and Aftershock. And then this year we've done, Rocklahoma, Incarceration. We also did Rockfest. And then we have Mayhem and Knotfest coming up.
So what's the feeling from going into a venue versus the festival?
Yeah, that one, they're both different, and
very different.
I love them differently. I love them both for different reasons. Yeah. The venue feels a lot more up close and personal, and,
right? And
also the sound too. I feel like it always sounds better when it's like enclosed.
Yeah.
But then the festival, there's a certain energy about that where everybody's there having fun, and they just, you get to meet all these new people that might not have even heard of your band before, and now you get to make new friends along the way, new fans. So
you seen yourselves building by doing these festivals and everything?
Yeah, it's interesting too, because what was it? Sonic Temple was the first time we did a meet and greet after our set, and I was really nervous.
Time out. Meet and greets.
Yeah.
At some point, a musician says, "I'm doing a meet and greet." Oh my God, we made it. Do you guys get that? Yeah, like it's like, wow, we're doing meet and greets now versus, okay, go on stage, go off, and that's it.
Right.
You know?
But in this case, I because it was our second festival we've ever played, and I was thinking, is anybody going to show up? Like a meet and greet. Luckily, it was after we played, and I mentioned on the microphone, we're going to be over there doing a meet and greet, come over to the Pretty Cult tent. There was at least 100 people deep waiting in line. And we were just that was the first moment for me where I could see the power of a festival and how great it is to just meet new people and them never knowing who you were, but just that energy of your set, they really were excited and wanted to get to know you more. So
now, do you guys, all four of you, write together, or does somebody start the idea, or do you?
Yeah, mostly the two of us together, and then we start jamming it together.
Awesome. Versus everybody else. I'm a band manager, so I get to see that kind of side too. And you really, truly don't understand that from a musician's point unless you're there in the making of the song. And I will be honest, my band, when they had one of the other songs going, I was like, that ain't gonna sound nothing like that. And then later I was like, I was there during the process. What happened? Do you guys find yourself looking at certain songs that are your favorite, and then the fans say, no, this is our favorite?
Yeah, and we have some fans too that are really screaming for those deep cuts that we're just like,
I don't know if I want to play them.
Yeah, we're playing a bunch of new music, and they just and they don't really fit in the set anymore, because our sound kind of got a bit heavier once we started playing all these tours and festivals, and we realized our sound is a lot heavier live, a lot more aggressive live than even the recordings previous sounded. Yeah. So when someone's like, "Oh, play Born Dark," and I'm like, "I love Born Dark, but it doesn't really go." Fit. So that's kind of hard, but. There's a song called Venom. I'll give this one to Johnny. Johnny wanted to play. It's a new song for us. Yeah. And I thought, it's not going to translate. I don't think it's going to go off live for whatever reason. And we tried in rehearsal, and I was like, let's cut it. Let's just cut the song. And he was bummed because he was all about it. He's like, this is going to go heavy. And I was like, I don't think it's working. So we cut it. Then we had to do a 60-minute set for Rockfest. So
you added it in, Johnny.
We added it in.
Johnny said it's going.
But the fans responded so well to it. Johnny's in the back thriving on those drums like, I told you.
You sat there and said, I told you so.
Yeah, there's a running joke that I looked like I was in slow motion, like one of those animation dolls or whatever.
Yeah.
Just smiling ear to ear. I told you.
Are you guys playing it today?
No.
Come on. No. Johnny, I'm on your side. I want to hear this song.
We have a tight 30 that we've done for these last couple festivals.
Don't you hate that?
We're kind of like, if it's not broken,
don't fix it.
Exactly.
I agree with you.
Keep with what works, but we'll bring it back. Sure.
I agree with you. Definitely agree with you with that.
The aliens, they're interfering with us.
It's the energy. No lie.
Yeah.
But each question to one of you, to each of you, if you weren't doing music, what would you be doing? And we'll start with Johnny.
If I wasn't doing music, it would either be something in construction, like building or crafting things, or scuba diving.
Musicians do that so they can tour. Make the money and then they can tour.
Gosh, I'd hate to say it, but I'd probably do something back in film. But I'd be on the
I like that.
I'd be on behind the camera. Just being a part of something that's making a big movie, but not being in front of the camera.
Was your family into music, or
I'm the only one.
The only one.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I have a niece now who's growing up saying she wants to be in film, so
let her do it.
Which is cool.
Probably something with computers, programming.
I was going to say,
like
your data. Yeah. You got data written all over you. You're an analyzer. That's cool.
Yeah.
And what about you?
Well, in high school, I was pretty convinced I was going to be an anchorman.
Are you kidding me? We're going to make you anchorman of the Metal Fortress.
I know I've been quiet today, but
crank it up.
Yeah, I definitely hosted my high school Friday news, and thought that was going to be my gig.
You got a question?
Know somebody.
Look, he's shy. He's getting the experience, and he's loving it.
Nice.
He was with us, Vans Warped Tour. You guys, I came here, I was thinking of Vans Warped Tour, the difference between a festival and Vans Warped Tour.
Yeah.
The Vans Warped Tour was more catered for parents to be able to bring their kids, and the kids can learn, they can take everything in and just let it out,
Yeah.
A whole year in school, and it's time to let things out,
Yeah.
And I came here and I was like, wow, I've never been here, and I'm impressed with the setup. You could see they've tightened up, just like Kevin.
Yeah.
When Kevin did the Vans Warped Tour. But I love this atmospheric because you and me can chill, because I understand your side and you guys understand my side of things, of getting you guys out there with the exposure to sell more records.
Right.
So it's like, I love this atmosphere better than a venue because we're all together as a family.
That's true, yeah. And you get to hang with a bunch of other bands.
Exactly, and you get to know them, and it's not fanning over them. It's actually, hey, I dig that drum beat you're doing, and I dig that vocal that you're putting out there. So
it's like a mutual peers respect.
Yes, exactly. But thank you so
you.
much for
Thank
coming.
you. Yeah.
Holy Wars set to go on stage at Renegade Stage at 3:35.
35.
All right.